Hey guys, what it is yo girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before all face too black. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, guys, I'm coming through today, June the 26th, 2025. Yes, it is like 9 something at night. Another birthday. Girl, it's so many June birthdays in my family. Today, I was able to take off from work and go out with my niece for her birthday. We went to the trampoline park. I did do a little bit of vlogging there. Hopefully, I'll get those videos out. I never end up getting my videos up and out. They stay mostly clogged up on my phone. But anyway, so I started a video maybe 3 days ago telling you about last week's visitation. And we're coming up on this week's visitation, which I will not be a part of because y'all know in yesterday's video, I told y'all that I forgot to schedule visitation. So I will not be seeing him this week. But the week before, there was the threat that I might not see him because I had went to do last minute voting and left my ID in the library. Now, I did not know that for sure that I left my ID in the library, right? Because I literally just walked from the voting booth. I was taking a picture of my little I voted sticker, and I was taking a picture of the flag. And then I was basically going to, because, when you're vlogging or documenting your life, basically you do take little pictures of little different aspects of what's going on. So I was doing that. But then I realized, well, I didn't even realize. I got in the car. I drove down the street, and all of a sudden, I'm like, let me put my ID up because I'm going to need my ID tomorrow for visitation. Really, the only reason I touch my ID is for visitation. Honestly, there's not the usual need for my ID like that. So as I'm feeling around, I can't find it. So I'm like, let me pull over. So I pull over, and because I train myself not to panic like that, I pull over. I'm still not finding my ID. I'm like, what the heck? I'm looking all down in the cracks and the crevices of the car. And I'm like, no, that ID is not in here. It's not in my bag, my backpack. It's not in none of my stuff. It's not in the little door. It's not here. So I need to rush back to the library because I need to get it because Viso is tomorrow. Girl, I get back to the library, and when I get back, the lights are shut off. There's a closed sign in the window, and I'm like, how the jail y'all close that fast? So the librarian, she comes up, and she's basically like, she peeks out. She opens the door, though she's not supposed to, and she's like, we're closed. I'm like, yeah, I just came to vote it, and I left my ID. So she like peeks through the little room that it's a separate room locked off that had the voting booths, but she was like, it's against the law for me to go in there, so I could just peek, but I don't see any ID. And I'm like, how would you just see it from just looking through the door like that? That's crazy. So there was no verification whether I had left my ID in the booth, which I really thought, I'm like, it gotta be there because I was the last person. And then I really can't remember having nothing in my hand but a flyer and a sticker. I'm like, I don't remember my ID being in my hand. But if I dropped it, somebody could have easily picked it up. And maybe they didn't turn it back in. Maybe they did turn it in and they just didn't notify her. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure my ID is there, but I don't know for sure. So I spent the next, 30 minutes or so retracing my steps and everything through the parking lot, looking crazy, bending down, looking up under cars. I'm like, well, did I park over here? Did I park over there? I can't remember where I parked, so I don't know where I would have been. And basically now everyone's pulling out. So I see a guy come to the car, which he must have been a worker. So I asked him, did he work at the library? And he's like, yes. So I'm like, is the library open tomorrow? And he's like, yes, it's open. So I'm like, oh, okay. Because I'm thinking possibly that branch might not even be open on Saturday. I know one of them are open on Sunday. Some, like the main downtown one's open on the weekend, but I thought maybe they may not be open on Saturday. So I was like, then I looked up what time they opened. They didn't open till 10 a.m. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So I would literally have to already be ready to hit the road because, leaving after 10:30, it basically it ends up making you get to visitation when count is going on. And there's really no purpose to visit if you get caught in count, because that's when they're going to have to recount and then do the master recount and all of that stuff. So all of that is time you doing nothing but just sitting at the table looking crazy, looking at everybody else visit. So I said, okay, I'm going to be up. I'm going to be ready. I didn't get, I was supposed to have my granddaughter ready and get down to the library by 10 on the dot. But I think I was a few minutes behind, which is not usual, but So I talked to Marcello that morning and told him that I don't have my ID. And he thought I was playing. I wasn't playing. I don't have my ID. So I was like, I may not be going to see you. I may not. I may and may not. So I get to the library and they basically was like, as soon as I went in there to vote, it was the same people from yesterday. And it was like, yeah, you left your ID in the voting booth. I'm like, I knew it. I knew I had to leave my ID in the voting booth, but I wasn't sure. You know how you're not 100% sure, so you're still going to worry almost until, But thank God I was able to get my ID. They were like, verify the name on it, gave it back to me. And then I rushed out of there and made it to the gas station because I was on E. My car seemed to always be on E, girl. Whew, it's a struggle. But got me a drink, me and my granddaughter a drink, got some gas, and hit the road and made it to Vizzo before count, which I think they counted a little earlier. So I'm glad we did get there when we did, but we did make it. But yeah, so it's always something. So it was the threat to not be able to visit last week, and now it's the definite we're not visiting this week because I didn't even put in the visitation, schedule it. So yeah, anyways, I will be, well, I think now instead of going to visitation, I finally did schedule an oil change. I ain't had no oil change in my car in forever, girl. That's almost something you can't even afford to do anymore, like things you need to be doing, but you literally cannot afford it. But my aunt gave me a little gift card for Walmart, so that's what we're gonna do for my birthday. But yeah, all right, guys, still struggling, still striving, still trying to get somewhere so I can sit down because your girl is tired. Your girl gone to bed. Like, for real. So I'm about to go home now. My sister was showing me I think it's called She Ball or something. So we're about to have movie night. I'm gonna watch that with my sister. She been wanting me to watch it for a couple days with Nick Cannon, but my granddaughter literally gives me no time. She's constantly back and forth, back and forth. So we're gonna attempt to watch that as I kind of work through my content, work through like putting in some of them links I be telling y'all is there that don't be there, fixing some titles, doing whatever I can to to tweak my content. Steadily, I'm seeing my watch time hours increase a little bit. So that means I'm getting some type of action. It's like my content be flatline, like for real. So I'm starting to get a little, tick up. Y'all know I have been attempting to be a content creator from the year 2020, the 2020 shutdown. 2020 shutdown, I graduated from college finally at 39. But when the world shut down, that industry was not really even anywhere. So I got into content creation. And literally, I did not know it would take this long. I honestly did not know it would take this long. But though I have not gotten monetized and nowhere near monetized, and the first goal of my channel was to break my husband's wrongful conviction story. Really the only reason I've been on social media, period, from MySpace, where I was uploading my music about his wrongful conviction, to Facebook, when all I was posting was about his wrongful conviction, and my family and friends got tired of even seeing my posts because they ain't help on the first one. They ain't like to share that first one, and they sure as jail is not finna like and share the millionth one. To YouTube. When YouTube started in 2008, I jumped on YouTube. This actually is YouTube's 20th year, right? Did they say 25th year? If it started in 2008, how long now? YouTube, is it 2006? Wait, that means YouTube would have came out in 2005. How? Maybe it was nobody was even using it, but it was out. Because I specifically remember 2008. But I've been on YouTube since 2008 on my other channel. This channel since 2013. Twitter, I was on that when that first came out, but that was not my cup of tea because I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't nothing because it was not enough. Like, it would always say too many characters. Girl, that was too much for me. I could never get anything out like with 10 words, 20 characters. So I left that. But I've always been on social